Hello, I'm Joseph Incardona. I'm 51 years old. I'm a writer, half Swiss and half Italian. And I live in Geneva, as you can see behind me, this painting painted by a friend of mine. I've published 15 books in France. And for example, this one, Derrière les panneaux, il y a des hommes. The story takes place in a highway, all the books. And it was just bought for miniseries for cinema with Netflix. I've published graphic novels too as a script writer. For example, Lonely Betty, which takes place in Maine, in America. I've realized a movie in 2014 called Milky Way with Cyril Bron. And I collaborate with different producers in France or in Switzerland as a script writer. And my project for 2021 is a short film that I will shoot and a full-length movie, excuse me, that I'm developing now from one of my books called Une saison en enfance. That's an autobiographical book. I'm myself a translator from Italian to French. And what I think the most important in translation is to translate the mentality of a culture, a point of view on the world from a certain culture. That's very, very difficult. And I admire translators for that, because you have to recreate a language at the same time to be straight to the book, original book. Media put me on the noir category in France. But for me, I think I write more tragedy than noir. That's my character are oftenly in situation that very, very complicated. And the Greek fatum is they have to struggle with this destiny that they have. My last book is called La soustraction des possibles. I think perhaps with maturity, or I don't know, perhaps it's my masterpiece for the moment, the most ambitious of my books. And the story is very simple. That's a sort of love story, like a bit Bonnie and Clyde, you know, of two little, a man and a woman. He's a tennis teacher, she works in a bank, but they want to be rich. It's a novel about avidity, I think, and it takes place in the late 80s, and it's a sort of Bonnie and Clyde, Geneva, Swiss Bonnie and Clyde, but it takes place to Corsica, to Mexico, because the older system about the money and the banking made that this story is quite everywhere in the world. But the main place is Geneva in the late 80s. To give the atmosphere of this book, I think you can compare it with Match Point, the Woody Allen's movie. That's this kind of atmosphere in that book. I've been translated in 10 languages, German, Italian, Romanian, South Korean. And I think this one, honestly, could be translated in English. Bye-bye.